You can hear the hoofbeat sound as they race across the ground, and the clatter of the wheels as they spun round and round. He galloped into Market Street, his badge upon his chest. His name was Ernie, and he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. Now, Ernie loved a widow, a lady known as Sue. She lived alone at Lindy Lane at number 22. They said she was too good for him. She was haughty, proud, and chic. But Ernie got his cocoa there 3 times every week. They called him Ernie.
Ernie!
And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. She said she'd like to be bathed in milk, and he went, "All right, sweetheart." And after work one morning, he loaded up the cart. He said, "Would you like pasteurised? Because pasteurised is best." She said, "Ernie, I'll be happy if it comes up to me chest." And that tickled old Ernie.
Ernie!
And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. Now, Ernie had a rival, an evil-looking man called Two-Ton Ted from Teddington, and he drove the baker's van. He tempted her with his treacle tarts and his tasty oatmeal bread, and once she'd seen the size of his hot meat pies, it very near turned her head. She merely swooned at his macaroons, and he said, "Now if you treat me right, you get hot rolls every morning and crumpets every night." He knew once she'd tried his layer cake, he'd have his wicked way, but all Ernie had to offer was a pint of milk a day. Poor Ernie.
Ernie!
And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. One morning, Ted saw Ernie's horse and cart outside her door. It drove him mad to find it was still there at 4:30. So he leaped down from his van, hot blood in his veins did course, and he went over to Ernie's cart and he didn't half kick his horse, whose name was Trigger.
Trigger!
And he pulled the fastest milk cart in the West. Now Ernie rushed out into the street, his gold top in his hand, saying, "If you want Susie, you'll fight for her like a man." "Oh, why don't we play cards for her?" he sneerily replied. "And just to make it interesting, we'll have a shilling on the side." So Ernie pulled Ted from his van underneath the blazing sun. They stood there face to face, and Ted went for his bun. But Ernie was too quick. Things didn't go the way Ted planned, as a strawberry-flavoured yoghurt sent it spinning from his hand. Now Sue rushed between them and tried to keep them apart, but Ernie pushed her aside and a rock cake got him underneath his heart, and he looked up in pained surprise through the concrete hardened crust as a stale pork pie hit him in the eye, and Ernie bit the dust. Poor Ernie.
Ernie!
And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. Ernie was only 52. He didn't want to die. Now he's gone to make deliveries in that milk round in the sky, where customers are angels and ferocious dogs are banned, and a milkman's life is full of fun in that fairy dairy land. But a woman's needs are many-fold, so Sue she married Ted. But strange things happened on their wedding night as they lay in their bed. Was that the trees a-rustling, or the hinges of the gate, or Ernie's ghostly gold tops a-rattling in their crate? They won't forget Ernie.
Ernie!
And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West.